Thanks very much. January 1968, the North Vietnamese army launched a surprise attack against American forces. We know this as the Tet Offensive. Tet is the Vietnamese equivalent of Christmas. And for decades, there was a tradition in Vietnam that there was never any fighting on Tet, much like the ceasefires during World War I on Christmas. Except in this particular incident in 1968, the Vietnamese forces decided to break with tradition, overwhelm the American forces, and hopefully bring a swift end to the war. And that's exactly what they attempted to do. They threw 85,000 troops attacking over 125 US and Allied targets across the country. And they caught the Americans completely by surprise. Many of the commanding officers were not even at their posts. They were in town celebrating Tet, expecting there to be no fighting. Here's the amazing thing. The United States repelled every single attack thrown at them over the Tet Offensive, every single one. Most of the major fighting had ceased after about a week. Hue went on for about a month. But most of the major fighting had ceased after about a week, after which the Americans had lost fewer than 1,000 troops. The North Vietnamese lost 35,000 out of the 85,000 troops that with which they attacked. And if we look at the Vietnam War as a whole, the United States lost 58,000 people over the course of 10 years, where the Vietnamese, the North Vietnamese, lost 3 million people over the course of 10 years, which is a population equivalent at the time of the United States losing 27 million of our own population, just to put it in perspective, right? And if we look closely at the Vietnam War, the United States actually won the vast majority of the battles they fought and most of the major battles that we fought. So it raises a very interesting question. How do you decimate your enemy, win all the important battles, and lose the war? As it turns out, we don't fully understand, or at least there are multiple definitions of what winning and losing means. If you have